Hi, I'm Dr. Bob Marshall, PhD, host of Healthline. This month, our Delta Boost is on special. In my opinion, this is the most advanced form of vitamin E. It promotes healthy circulation, overall cardiovascular function. Buy 2 bottles, get the third one free. Call 800-370-3447. That's 800-370-3447.
Listen to Healthline daily at 2:30 p.m. Pacific, 5:30 p.m. Eastern on CRN.
Live across America, the PM Show with Mike Horn on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Thank you. Welcome. Hope you had a good weekend. Get this PM Show on the road. Lots of entertainment news. Lots happening this past weekend. Oh, boy. Grammy Awards. I got a whole theory on the Grammy Awards. We'll get into that here on the show. But this Bruce Jenner thing, I mean, this is an accident in Malibu or something. This guy's taken the operation. He's trying to get female hormones in there so he can think more like a woman. He's driving like a woman. I said he's driving like a woman. It's already working. That was a tragic thing. Too soon? I know, too soon when there's death involved. It's a tragic accident. He hits the brakes on his Escalade, hits the back of this Lexus, pushes into the intersection. It hits, I guess it spins into traffic and hits a Humvee. And I think the poor woman driving that dies. And it's like, this is, I'm telling you. And then Kanye West with his shenanigans going on in the Grammys. Did you see him sing that song on the Grammy Award show? Where I was watching the screen, all I could see was a little blip. And I don't know what was going on there, but then they did a better song later on. But anyway, this is Bruce Jenner. This is a serious thing, and they won't talk about the opening season of the Kardashians, and now they really won't talk about anything. Bruce Jenner releasing a statement today. I mean, what can you say on something like this? The tragic car accident that he was involved in, and they say he may not be at fault for the death that occurred, but they're just investigating all that right now. He reportedly is being ruled out of the pool of suspects in this accident that occurred on Saturday along PCH Highway. Apparently, they had pictures of him getting out of the car. I mean, this paparazzi must follow these people like crazy, and so they already had pictures of him getting out of the car right after the accident because they're following him so close. Anyway, according to one law enforcement insider, the police believe that the Prius, which was first in line of vehicles, may be at fault after making a sudden stop, which then caused the Lexus next in line to slam into it. And at the scene of the pileup, the driver in the Prius told the law enforcement officer she was stopped at a red light, but in actuality, apparently she was allegedly 300 feet from the stoplight. And police were when police questioned if there were a line of cars in front of her, she was very vague about it. She should have asked, Brian from NBC News, see what's going on. Brian Williams in a whole lot of trouble this week, too. Just a lot.
Hot mess.
Yeah, and one of the trusted names in news. Anyway, the driver of that Prius was very vague about facts. Police think she was attempting to make an illegal U-turn on a 2-lane street, and so with this new information, if the Prius did come to a sudden stop on the highway and then that Lexus crashed into the Prius, that's where the lady passed away in the Lexus, Bruce Jenner probably slammed on his brakes, swerved to the right but couldn't stop. His maneuvering out of the way caused the Lexus to get hit. It was then pushed into oncoming traffic. It slammed the Hummer. The driver of the small car died on impact. It all happened exactly just like that. And they're saying Bruce may not be at fault for the outcome of the accident, but the driver of the Prius could be found partly responsible. So anyway, Bruce made a public statement about the crash saying, quoting now, "My heartfelt and deepest sympathies go out to the family and loved ones and to all of those who were involved or injured in this terrible accident. It is a devastating tragedy, and I cannot pretend to imagine what this family is going through at this time. I am praying for them. I will continue to cooperate in every way possible." End of quote. Tragic incident. Anyway, thoughts go out to all those people involved. We'll try to cheer you up a little bit more on the show. Stay with us here. It's the PM Show Monday edition. I'm Michael Horn at CRN.
Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost you thousands. But with the PMI Advantage from Quicken Loans, you may never have to pay those expensive monthly mortgage insurance premiums again. Hi, I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans, and I'm excited to tell you that the Quicken Loans PMI Advantage is our lender-paid mortgage insurance program. You see, we pay the PMI so you don't have to. Make the smart call and talk to one of our home loan experts today at 800-QUICKEN. You'll learn how the Quicken Loans PMI Advantage can give you more options, more flexibility, and may save you thousands when you refinance. And for 5 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction. And this year, for the first time, they've also ranked us highest in mortgage servicing. To learn more, call us at 800-QUICKEN. That's 800-QUICKEN, or visit us at QuickenLoans.com.
Visit jdpower.com for award information. Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. And MLS number 3030.
PM show. I'm Michael Horn. Glad to have you with us. Monday edition. Tomas pressing the buttons. Courtney Cadera, our executive producer. So the Grammys were held last night. I try to avoid award shows, especially the Grammys. It's my least favorite of the award shows because, hey, I was a disc jockey for many years. I played a lot of country music over the years. Country was always outlawed from the Grammy Awards. Idiotic drummers like Buddy Rich, the famed jazz drummer, would say he didn't like country music and just, would stereotype it. Much like you would slavery and that kind of thing. They just threw country music right under the bus. And so, I, for one, never appreciated the Grammys. Thought, maybe Kanye West got something right here. Maybe it's a certain way they vote. At least back in the day. You go back 30 years ago, the songs that won in country music in the Grammy category were always the ones that went into the pop charts. It was never something that was pure country.
Right.
It was always something that crossed over in the pop charts. Now, maybe it sold more, maybe that was the qualifications. I would tend to like award shows if they were based on who sold the most, who made the most money, who did this. Same with the movies. I'm not a big Academy Awards fan at all. People love to sit there and watch these things, and usually the movies they vote for are really, not my cup of tea. I want a good Schwarzenegger action-adventure film. I want to laugh at a comedy. Comedies never really go in there, like Christmas Vacation. Did that ever get nominated? Of course not. It never will. It has to be something with thought-provoking.
I think you want quality is the bottom line.
And so you can say that that's quality. I don't know. Do you want quality in your newscast at night? I'm looking at some of these comments here for Brian Williams. And some people say, a lot ado about nothing. Are you kidding me? This is a friend of mine said this. A lot ado about nothing.
Wow.
And I'm thinking to myself, are you nuts? This is the news. We're not talking about a sitcom here. We're not talking about a frivolous talk show on radio. A lot of people in talk radio say preposterous things to get you to call in and talk. We're talking about the news. Somewhere down the line, we still need a thread of credibility in our newscasts, in the newspapers. You've got to be able to trust those that are giving you the story, not to embellish it with all their thoughts. People always say, well, Fox News says this, or MSNBC does this, or whatever. Brian Williams comes from this thing where he actually, he didn't misspeak. He didn't forget. He flat out lied. He lied. If you were in a helicopter, Tomas.
Yes.
And you were shot at, wouldn't you remember it?
Oh,
wouldn't
yes,
your shorts be brown for like the next 2 weeks?
Probably.
If you took fire, I don't care if you were the world's most trusted newsman, if Walter Cronkite was up there, those pants would be, just stained. And so to lie about that in the face of guys that are putting themselves on the line, and then apparently they say, why did it take so long? Apparently these guys in the Marines and that were trying to say, hey, this didn't happen. And lo and behold, it took all this time for the story to finally get reported. So those of you that say, oh, well, Fox News this or that, sometimes the story starts out somewhere and you better listen to it. Because it is true. There is a bias in the media. It's Brian Williams. We better not say that. We better not talk about that. So apparently, and again, they'll investigate this as to whether, but what is there to investigate? He already admitted that it was a lie. He said his recollection was incorrect. You can't remember if you got fired on? You can't remember if you were in the desert? If I was stuck in the desert somewhere and wherever the hell they're fighting this war where he was, in Iraq or wherever it was, and you're sitting there and gunshots go over, I'd sure as hell remember it.
Sure you would.
And then now they start investigating other things and they say, well, when he was doing the reporting from Hurricane Katrina, he saw a body floating face down. Yeah, well, apparently there was no flooding in the French Quarter where he was in his hotel room. They said he looked out the window of his hotel room and he saw a body floating by. So I happen to like Brian Williams. Always have liked him when he was scheduled to be on Letterman this Thursday. He canceled that. I think he should have gone on it because I think the more he talks, the more the wishy-washy American public will forgive him. But I, for one, think it's time to get Lester Holt in there. I've heard great things about Lester Holt. I heard that he preps really well. He seems to be a great newsman. He's a person of color, for gosh sakes. That seems to be the deal. Get him in there. I'm all for Lester Holt.
Well,
he's a good man.
Yeah,
he's been around forever and being looked over, and it's like, put him in there for as long as it takes. Take Brian Williams and let him you want to do something, put him on CNBC next to Chris Matthews. They can sit there and make up stories together.
The big problem of it is a lot of times people look not so much for the qualities, they look for the face value, how pretty or how handsome he or she is, instead of what they actually add to the news.
Yeah, well, one person said, let him stay there because he's a good news reader. Well, I think, you're a journalist. And if that is your profession, if I was to accurately report everything here based on, really stories, I'd have a team of everybody checking stuff. As it is now, a lot of times we don't put stuff on until we check it out to make sure it's there or get the soundbite or whatever. True. But I'm not giving you, the God's honest news story here. If I'm doing the NBC Nightly News, I'm making sure everything is accurate. Look, they fired Dan Rather when he tried to get President Bush in trouble, and they found out there was a fake newsletter that came in. Look at some of these Howard Stern callers that get into some of these newscasts because they don't vet the caller before they put them on the air. So, Brian Williams' career is not over. He just becomes a disc jockey. Or a talk show host.
Probably
he'd have a great, put some kind of news story together, whatever. But as far as trust, I don't know how you get that back just because you apologized for it after you said this and wrote it in your book.
It's going to take a long, long time for people to forget. I mean,
he nailed the nails in his own coffin here. I'm sorry. This is nothing that just kind of came out. Bruce Jenner gets into an accident here, and it's like, okay, there's a life that's lost, and this is a tragic thing, and no one wants to be involved in an accident. He didn't purposely try to hit this woman.
True.
And so you want to get all the stories out there, and you feel for everybody involved, especially the family that lost their loved one.
Indeed.
The precious moment of you're driving 1 second and a second later you're gone. Appreciate your loved ones every chance you get because things can happen with a car stopping in front of you. People are nuts. Have you noticed the way they drive? Mercury retrograde till Wednesday. I never believed in that stuff. Now I do. People are nuts the way they're driving.
Well, it seems in Los Angeles especially, I'm noticing that more people either drive too slowly or they drive too recklessly.
I think that it's everywhere. It's not just Los Angeles. It's nuts. It's nuts everywhere. But anyway, it's so I don't know. The jokes are just coming out of the woodwork on Brian Williams. They are. It's a picture of the Kennedy car going before the assassination, and Jackie and John Kennedy in the back, and Brian Williams is sitting right in the middle. Somebody's photoshopped him right in the car because apparently he's been everywhere. There's a picture. The best one I saw was the man's first step on the moon, and Brian Williams has got the spacesuit on. It's his face, It's going to happen to him. He did it.
Yeah.
Unless there's something we don't know about that comes out from some investigation. But on LAradio.com, if you go to that site, a lot of people in broadcasting and in Southern California anyway weighed in with their comments, and it's quite an eye-opener. But I would tell you, usually it's 50-50. This is 85% to 15% or more in favor of what can you do? Guy's got to go. Anyway, he's canceled his late show appearance with David Letterman. We'll tell you about that straight ahead on CRN, the PM show. I'm Michael Horn.
Let me take just a moment or two, if I may, and talk about a great place to eat. That's right, for you folks anywhere in the eastern San Fernando Valley, drop into Bob's Big Boys. That's right, in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. Now, everybody remembers the name Bob's. They're getting bigger and bigger every day. And little old Bob carrying the hamburger in his checkered overalls is the same Bob that you remember from back through the years. And, of course, if you want to go in for a great lunch, remember their classic burger, the original double-deck hamburger combination. Delicious 100% pure ground beef in 2 patties with American cheese, lettuce, and our famous Big Boy's special sauce. The name is Bob, and I think when you go in, you'll say, by golly, I'm sure glad that I found this restaurant because it's good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They've got all kinds of things, and all you have to do is remember. Bob's Big Boy in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. It's a great place to eat.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Have you ever considered adding a home security system but thought it would be too expensive? Here's the good news. There's never been a more affordable time to help protect your home, valuables, and your loved ones. You can now get a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, with the installation of a new ADT monitored system. Here's even better news. Your new system, worth $850, is free. You pay just a $99 installation charge and purchase monthly monitoring for less than $2 a day. Call Protect Your Home today at 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. Get the peace of mind that comes with owning an ADT monitored system, plus a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home. Call now, 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. 36-month monitoring contract required. General terms and conditions apply. Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
PM show, Monday edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn. Thanks for joining me. So Brian Williams has canceled his late night appearance with Dave Letterman. He's always funny on that show. He and Letterman together go back many years. Because in case you haven't heard, Brian Williams has stepped away from the nightly news. Hasn't quit, hasn't resigned, just stepped away. Lester Holt is doing the newscast this evening. And David Letterman weeks ago scheduled a new NBC News anchor Brian Williams to be the guest on the Thursday night show, but not going to happen now. Because after that helicopter report, his helicopter was hit by enemy fire, and since then he's removed himself from the news show. Now he's canceled his late night with David Letterman appearance. Some people really upset for Dave because this could have been a huge interview, which I think he should be on the show. It would have been huge for David Letterman. I think that Williams should have gone on the show. It's an interesting scandal. At the very least, he should talk about it. You know, and Dave usually can be nasty to people he doesn't like, but he likes Williams.
Yes, he does.
So I think that's a mistake to cancel that. Anyway, they got Tom Hanks instead as a fill-in. So, or maybe it's I don't know. Maybe it's Brian Williams as Tom Hanks. It could be. You never know, you know? Thank you very much. Anyway, all these comments on LA Radio, go to LARadio.com. Subscribe to this. It's a great site that my buddy Don Barrett puts together. But one guy, Joe Cosgrove, his comment was this. And he said, Brian seems to be in touch with the times and the people he reports on every day. So he lied. If you like your doctor, you can keep him. The war on terror is over. Could be Brian got brainwashed over the years of reporting. Perhaps he should take a break and play golf. I like that one. Because if we accept lying from newsmen, we better not accept it from politicians either. And we seem to get a lot of that these days, too. Bill Cosby has canceled his appearance in Boston. Number one, probably because of the snow. I hear that snow is banking up. But apparently another alleged victim came forward about his unwanted sexual advances. Coming out of the woodwork here on Bill Cosby. As long as he stays in the spotlight. He had back-to-back shows scheduled at the Wilbur Theater in Boston on Sunday, and just hours before another accuser came forward with their story. And although Bill said it in a statement that the cancellations were due to the current winter storm in New England that they're experiencing, it's pretty coincidental. Some people are thinking at the latest claims of surface. This lady, Helen Gumpel, not to be confused with Brian Gumpel. Wasn't Brian Gumpel a newsman? Just kidding. He was on that commercial with Katie Couric. Helen Gumpel, Gumpel, formerly known as Helen Selby, an ex-fashion model and actress, appeared in one episode of The Cosby Show, is the latest woman to step forward and claim that the actor made unwanted sexual advances towards her. She held a press conference at a Boston hotel, revealed she was brought to Bill's dressing room for what she thought was another audition after appearing on the show in 1987, and she claims she went into his changing space, and he told her to sit on the couch and handed her a drink. Shortly after, she said he stood in front of her with his privates in full view, and the model explained, quoting now, "I never thought of myself as a victim because I refused his advantage, but my career was a victim." No comment from the Cosby team. Times were a lot different then. It's sure coming out of the woodwork on this guy now, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's just totally crazy. I refuse to believe a lot of this. I really do.
Well, it is happening. Now, the Grammy Awards, we talked about that. And Kanye West on there. And first off, Pharrell in that outfit of his. What was that? I mean, usually the class clown in high school used to make a total fool of himself by wearing shorts and a shirt and a tie and a jacket. And what was that, Pharrell? He had a matching shorts, culottes, whatever you want to call them, matching his suit jacket. He had the shirt and the tie. I mean, is there no respect for the award shows?
Everybody's making some kind of fashion statement. I only saw a few minutes of it, and then I DVR'd it, and I went to sleep.
I fell asleep during it, and I had luckily hit the DVR before, so I'll be able to spin through it. But come on, it's 3.5 hours. First off, who do they think they are? You know?
Well, they think
people probably ready to slit their wrists before the show is over with.
Well, they feel the most important show on TV or something. I don't know. I get bored.
The performances, I will say this, the old and the new, the mixture, I thought was pretty good. I like that. And I thought there were some very good performances. It's just, I don't know. It's too long. Just, and I think these people are a little too, I think they're drinking the grape juice on this. I think the Kool-Aid is going down. They think of themselves as the superstars, and there's a lot of other stuff going on in the world. This should be an entertainment release, the ultimate concert for the audience to see, and instead it gets to be all about a certain few. We'll have a little bit of detail on that straight ahead here on the PM Show. I'm Michael Horn.
Do you have unfiled tax returns or owe the IRS or state more than $10,000? If you don't take action now, your tax problem is going to get worse. Much worse. Seizure of property, bank levies, wage garnishments, and potential criminal prosecution. And if you owe the IRS back payroll taxes, chances are you will be visited at your home or business by an IRS agent. Don't become paralyzed by fear. Take action now. Call the experts at U.S. Tax Shield for help. Our team of experienced tax attorneys can get you protected, stop collections, and negotiate a permanent settlement with the IRS and state, potentially saving you thousands of dollars. At U.S. Tax Shield, our tax advisors will review your case for free, inform you of your rights, and give you a guaranteed quote. No games and no tricky upsells. That's why we have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. Put an end to your torment. Get protected. Get the Shield. Call U.S. Tax Shield now at 800-215 800-211-8753. That's 800-211-8753. 800-211-8753.
Homeowners, now is the season to be thinking about your roof, because all it takes is one storm to turn a small roof problem into a major leak. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears at 888-465-9720. You can save $500 if you call right now. Sears licensed, fully insured contractors can get your roofing job done right. Just call 888-465-9720. Sears has a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance, and you'll save $500 if you call now. So call Sears for a free home consultation at 888-465-9720. Hurry, offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. That's Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. Call 888-465-9720. 888-465-9720. Call Sears now and get that roof repaired. Call 888-465-9720.
Whether you're restoring a classic car, building a hot rod, or just bringing your daily driver back to like-new condition, Steel Rubber Products is your choice for quality automotive rubber parts and weather stripping. As one of the world's award-winning custom car and hot rod builders, Bodie Stroud prefers to work directly with Steel Rubber Products on his award-winning project cars and show vehicles. In addition, Steel Rubber works with top builders like Bodie to confirm the fit and function of its parts, as well as develop new products. So for rubber products that fit like the original, last a lifetime, and look like they should, you can't get a better product anywhere. If your dream ride sounds like this, contact Steel Rubber Products and enjoy a ride that sounds like this. Steel Rubber Products, a difference you can hear and quality you can see. Visit us on the web at www.steelrubber.com or call us at 800-447-0849. And remember, if you want the best, you want Steel Rubber Products.
Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost you thousands. The Quicken Loans PMI Advantage is our lender-paid mortgage insurance program. You see, we pay the PMI so you don't have to. PMI Advantage can give you more options, more flexibility, and may save you thousands when you refinance. To learn more, call us at 800-QUICKEN. That's 800-QUICKEN, or visit us at QuickenLoans.com.
Important terms and conditions apply. Calls for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states and MLS number 3030.
Hi, this is Fred Dreyer. Join me and Michael Horn on the PM Show Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, here on CRN Digital Talk. We talk about things in the sports world nobody else does. So listen in to me and Mike at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on CRN Digital Talk. And go to crntalk.com for more information on other show times. And don't forget to take us with you by downloading the CRN app on the App Store.
It's the PM Show. Howdy, hello, I'm Michael Horn. So the Grammys, taking place last night, they held at the Staples Center. First off, the Staples Center, great place to see basketball or hockey. Terrible place to see a concert. So much echoing, and it's like a tall ceiling in there. Unless you're like right in front of the stage, it's terrible. You ever watch a concert there?
No,
I watched a concert. The great voice of Tomas here, pressing the buttons for you. So it was probably pretty bad last night. But anyway, you watched long enough in the show to see those shorts that Pharrell had on. Was that disrespectful of the award show? Some people.
I tend to agree with you because I think there should be a little bit more formality. But you know, I don't know what some of these younger people are thinking about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought it was Miranda Lambert was great. She sang, she performed over there. She has that feisty reputation, and she has the newest single, Little Red Wagon, at the Grammy Awards last night. And after several slow-paced performances, she got up there, and that country superstar, Miranda Lambert, rocked out and countrified her upbeat tune. She was in a leather outfit, glittery cowboy boots, and she was so wrapped up by singing in his performance that she forgot to leave out a curse word. That's another thing. Everybody's always cussing in these shows.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I can let out an expletive just like the next guy, but I know when I'm on radio, you got to sort of clean things up here.
Yeah,
you know?
Did you notice Miley Cyrus did something?
Oh, what did she do besides have a terrible-looking outfit?
Yeah, true.
Did somebody go cut loose with scissors and take over Miley Cyrus's dressing room and Madonna's and chopped up their outfits? What was that? That bullfighting outfit that Madonna was wearing. First off, you know, Madonna, and women are beautiful in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, but I mean, Madonna, come on, she may be in great shape. Am I the first to say that those thighs were kind of chunky? I can speak on behalf of the funky-thighed people, people of the world. If you're chunky in the thighs, I'll see it. And you may say she can jump around and stuff. Okay, Madonna, you can cover those up for us.
You know, I just...
And to cover up the rear, too, because that was exposed also. I mean, it's tasteless.
Well,
that's what I don't like about the Grammys. Tasteless, and then the whole society meets that level.
Right.
It used to be like, oh, wow, shock. No, it becomes the norm. So,
older wants to be younger again.
Miranda got wrapped up in her performance, and she forgot to leave out the curse word in her song. But they cut out the sound and... got the explicit lyrics out of the airwaves. I didn't hear them. So, okay, so the show is, it goes on, and Kanye West does another one of his famous Kanye West idiotic things again. You know, he interrupted Taylor Swift. She had her, you know, her award, and he uttered those famous words, "I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish." But Beyonce is good, too. Beyonce should have won. So Kanye West rushes the stage, interrupts Beck, who won for Best Album, before he could begin his acceptance speech. And I thought it was a joke when I saw it at first on the replay, because I slept during that part. But apparently they said he was just joking, quickly went back to his seat. But Beck was kind of bewildered. Finally says, no, come on up here, I need the help. But, you know, after Kanye West, I'd be embarrassed after I did that with Taylor Swift. Look at the success she's had. But, you know... Again, Kanye West, the jerk of all times, it continues with it afterwards. So he gets on and he's interviewed afterwards. What is he on? E! Entertainment Television and a few other places. And he starts talking about the way the voting goes on. I think we have the clip, do we?
You know what he said? I just know that the Grammys, if they want real artists to keep coming back, they need to stop playing with us. We ain't finna play with them no more. Flawless, Beyonce video. And Beck needs to respect artistry, and he should have given his award to Beyonce. And at this point, we tired of it. Because what happens is, when you keep on diminishing art and not respecting the craft and smacking people in the face after they deliver monumental feats in music, you're disrespectful to inspiration.
Who's doing the amens in the back there?
I don't know, some lady, some young whippersnapper.
We ain't gonna play with them no more. No more. We ain't gonna play with them no more.
Can you...
We tired of it. We tired of it. First off, go to an English class and get some English, Kanye, before you start shouting your big mouth off. And secondly, I hope you don't play with us anymore, because this is what makes me sick of the Grammy Awards. So what he does is he disrespects Beck's award. Who is he, Kanye West, to decide, maybe we should just have the Kanye Awards? I'm sure someone, that would be good. Ryan Seacrest, I'm giving you a new idea. The Kanye Awards. It's a freebie. I'll just sue you after you put the thing on TV after it's as expressed here. Make sure to say the tape. Mm-hmm. It'll be it. The Kanye Awards. Kanye can pick everybody he wants to win. And then, you know, all the rest of us can sit in the audience and go, we don't got no respect. We ain't going to play with you no more. I mean, come on. Beck wins the award fair and square. This is, you know, the Grammys are voted on by the music industry. It's not by the public.
Right.
So he's biting the arm that feeds him. And at one point, on one of the pieces that I saw him say, he said, I don't want to talk about this because I got to feed my kid and I got to take care of my wife and she's got a lot to fill up. And so he's sitting there talking about all this stuff, and yet he's biting the hand that feeds him by talking about it because the music industry votes on these awards.
Exactly.
Now, if he wants to make a statement about a certain type of person wins, which is maybe what he's trying to speak about, but we're not understanding it because he's not picking the correct words, then I will tell you that the reason I didn't like the Grammys to begin with is I like country music. Only a certain type of artist was featured.
Right.
Because that's the way the industry votes. So in my case, the Grammys have always been very pop-oriented. Because the country music that's very pop, that could cross over onto the pop chart, will be the winners. You accept it. That's the way it is.
Right.
That's just the way it is.
They just go by the numbers. I mean, that's the reason why many of the other genres, such as country music, came out with not one, but 2 different awards.
Right, but to be a rude jerk and to jump up on stage when someone's, whether you're trying to make a joke or not, it's like, sit the hell down and shut up.
Unacceptable.
You know, somebody should like get a rope on them like you have on a little kid. You ever see those kid things they can pull them to the seat? Just get one of those ropes and they just pull them back in there.
And I think they call it a leash.
Now, he did make a great performance with Rihanna and Paul McCartney. I thought that's a Paul McCartney song. And I don't know if you got to see that, but you want to roll your tape back and watch it?
Yeah.
Because I thought both Rihanna and Kanye were excellent, and as was Paul McCartney. They should have given him more of a little play in this. He kind of like the old peaceful guy sitting in the background, but it still was interesting to see the old with the new. That was a good moment of the show. All right, we'll continue. Have a little bit more on the Grammys, some other news for you too. Stay with us straight ahead. We continue. It's the PM Show Monday edition. This is CRN. I'm Michael Horn.
Hi, welcome to Staples. How can I help you?
Hey, Staples guy, my computer just died. Can you help?
Sure. Staples has laptops, tablets, smartphones, and even more online. Setup, repair, support, antivirus.
Is it expensive?
It's not. We even have free recycling.
So I can bring in my desktop from 20 years ago?
Yep, bring it in.
How can I thank you?
We have thank you notes, chocolate, stickers, pen and pencil gifts.
Make on budget happen, make up and running happen. Staples, make more happen. Now at Staples, save up to $220 on select HP laptops powered by Intel.
Offer valid through 2/14/15, in-store only while supplies last.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Have you ever considered adding a home security system but thought it would be too expensive? Here's the good news. There's never been a more affordable time to help protect your home, valuables, and your loved ones. You can now get a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, with the installation of a new ADT monitored system. Here's even better news. Your new system, worth $850, is free. You pay just a $99 installation charge and purchase monthly monitoring for less than $2 a day. Call Protect Your Home today at 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. Get the peace of mind that comes with owning an ADT monitored system, plus a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home. Call now, 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. 36-month monitoring contract required. General terms and conditions apply. Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
It's the PM Show, nationwide, coast to coast, CRN Digital Talk Radio. Talking about the Grammy Awards, a couple of little thoughts there. Beck, by the way, had absolutely zero hard feelings towards Kanye West's interruption of him on the stage. So, there's no bad blood apparently between Beck and Kanye. So, that's interesting. The audience of the Grammys, and I thought this was a better show. Like I say, I'm not a Grammys fan. But apparently, it drew the smallest TV audience since 2009.
Wow.
Just 25.3 million people watching, the show. And Sam Smith, this British soul singer, he won like four Grammys.
That's one of the few I know. And
he was pretty good because he said, I was worried about how I looked and what is this and whether I was fat and whether I was this. And when I finally just forgot about all that and just started singing, all of a sudden the charisma came, the talent came, and this is what happened. So, and then they had this, I'm all for talking about domestic violence and all that, but is this like a little too much the crime of the month now because of the NFL? Does this mean that all musicians are beating up on their women, or women are beating up on their men, or whatever it might be? You know, you got the president who should be worrying about whether he should get arms over there to the Ukraine people and having his meetings. He's there in some kind of tape message. And then you got some woman who is a part of domestic violence is giving her speech, and that's all great. But the show's already 3.5 hours. Let's put together a domestic violence special, hosted by Kanye West. I got another show for you. Give that one to Seacrest. You put that trash on TV. Do you ever really care about watching the Kardashians ever?
No.
Especially after this Jenner thing. It's like, come on.
No.
You know, and I'm sitting there and I'm watching all these outfits and everything. And Kim Kardashian, it's like, what? Why is she there? I mean, her claim to fame is a reality show.
Exactly.
She has no talent other than the reality show. We have made her. Society has created Kim Kardashian.
You're correct.
Poor Paris Hilton used to be up in that spot. She's sort of like also ran now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, there were messages about domestic violence and civil rights, and the Grammys still ranked as the most watched awards telecast of the year so far, but you haven't seen the Academy Awards yet. It's going to pull all the old-timers out of the woodwork to watch that one. Golden Globes, it outpaced the Golden Globes by 6 million viewers. At least that's according to Brian Williams, but I don't think he was there. I don't know. Viewership this year dropped by more than 3 million viewers from last year when they had a tribute to the Beatles, and there was a mass, a whole big wedding that attracted 28.5 million viewers on the show's second largest audience in 1993. So anyway, the Grammys, they're not expected to top the Academy Awards. That was watched by 43 million people last year, so we'll see what happened. But I wanted Sam Smith. Do you like him, huh? That "Stay With Me" was that was a good song.
Yeah, it was.
So that was they say that was the top Grammy moment on Facebook. His hit "Stay With Me," the last award handed out. So anyway, that's pretty good.
You know,
those
I find
Brits like those soul singers.
Yeah, but
and Tom Jones was on it. See him? He was good.
No, I did not yet.
He was good. Okay,
but it seems that the other Europeans, especially, have a greater respect for American music and award shows than Americans do. The way they dress, the way they conduct themselves, they're very appreciative. It seems.
I think so. Now, here's a depressing note in the news. And this is the Radio Shack stores are going to be about 1,784 are going to close by March 31st.
Oy.
Radio Shack has filed for bankruptcy. I got to go in there and see what I can, used to be able to get radios. Now there's no radios.
True.
I don't even think you can buy an AM radio at a Radio Shack, can you?
No, I don't think so.
I got a sound bar, but, as part of the proceedings, the company is going to close a number of their stores. Some will survive as part of an agreement with Sprint to create a store within a store. Now that might be smart.
Yeah.
So it becomes your Sprint store. Court documents, as a kid, come on, there was Lafayette Electronics in New York, Allied Electronics in Chicago. Radio Shack was like the trashy one. I was out of Kansas City or something, I think. But look, it's the one that lasted all these years.
Yeah.
Olson, remember Olson Electronics in Chicago?
Yeah.
Used to go there with my uncle and buy an antenna for his house there, and then we'd put it up in the summertime in Illinois. Because you could get a rotor on there and you could tune in Rockford. And you could also turn it and, get Chicago, of course.
Right.
You could get Rockford, and maybe you could get, Milwaukee. You could turn it a different direction. Right in the Midwest, you pick up a lot of stuff.
You might be able to turn a certain way to get Cleveland and even Buffalo.
Now I had Time Warner come to my house today, and I can't get nothing. This is the greatest. Time Warner. They should actually make these Radio Shacks Time Warner outposts.
Oh, yeah.
Time Warner is the worst cable system known to man. First off, they got these boxes that are high-definition boxes. Well, they've come out with these little tiny boxes that now you have to have to get reception on your TV. You have to have it. So they say. You can hook the antenna up. You still pick up channels, everybody. There's still channels. If you hook your cable right into it, you can still get channels. But you get this box, and it gives you channels supposedly 2 through 99. Oh, no, it goes up in the hundreds, 200s, 300s, 400s. I was getting my HBO on this box because I pay for HBO.
Right.
The little tiny box. So I call the good folks at Time Warner up and I say, why should I spend $12 for this high-definition box? What do I get for that box? And he goes, well, you get your guide, and you get your on-demand. I said, I get my on-demand on my DVR. That's a cable box with the DVR in there. I get that. I don't need it. You know, you get rid of that. I can save $12 a month on this. Get rid of a couple of these boxes. That's like $25 a month. Just right back to the bottom line. Oh, but there's more to the story.
Oh, I bet there is.
I'll tell you.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California. With the finest art gallery, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit innatlagunabeach.com.
So we're going to talk about Dandy Don's Ice Cream Sundae Bar in a Box. The Sundae Bar in a Box is $149.95. What that is 25 ice cream sundaes and all the toppings, all shipped to you with dry ice overnight. And you can have your own sundae bar. 25 scoops of ice cream, and you choose the flavors. 10 toppings, which is hot fudge, hot caramel, strawberry, marshmallow, whipped cream, stem cherries, rainbow sprinkles, chocolate sprinkles, peanuts, almonds, M&Ms, Oreos, granola, chopped up sugar cones. How do you get it? You go online to dandydons.com, DANDYDONS.com, and click on ice cream sundae bars. Like I said, you can pick your own ice cream flavors. Choose your own ice cream flavors. And what does it cost? $149.95 plus shipping. Go to dandydons.com and order it. DANDYDONS, Dandy Don's homemade ice cream. Bye.
Psychological abuse smothers healthy love. With help, things may improve, but when it comes to physical abuse...
In terms of actual violence, not a single person, even in the oldest generation, said, if your partner hits you once or twice, give it a try. That's okay. Instead, everybody, 100%, was like, those ghosts in the horror movies, yelling, get out.
Gerontologist Carl Pillemer, he interviewed thousands of seniors about the life lessons they've learned.
They argued if violence occurs, and so many of the people who went through it, they believed it would end, and it simply didn't. And they argue people are much safer in just simply getting out. And that's a strong message for younger people from them. And this may sound like a thing that everybody knows, but it's astonishing how many people experience dating violence and then go ahead and get married.
Pillemer's book is 30 Lessons for Loving, advice from the wisest Americans on love, relationships, and marriage. That's Primetime Focus, brought to you by AARP. I'm Aileen Ellis.
Welcome back to the PM Show, weekend edition on CRN. 50 Shades of Grey, or the Terry Bates story. Maybe that, I don't know, maybe that's a different movie. 50 Shades of Grey, they got a sequel coming back. It hasn't even, the movie isn't even released yet. It's going to be opening this weekend.
Yes.
If you're a 50 Shades of Grey fan. But the director said there'll be 2 more movies.
Huh?
Sam Taylor Johnson reportedly confirmed at the New York fan screening on Friday that he would indeed be getting film adaptations on the best-selling books sequels, 50 Shades Darker and 50 Shades Freed. So you can be looking for that to come your way. Anyway, so it's the Time Warner guys, so they got this cable box.
Right.
I figured I'm going to save $12 because it's now everything's in high definition if you get the small box.
Okay.
I said, what's the difference? They said, well, you're not going to get the on-demand service where you can look at back episodes, and you're not going to be able to get the guide. I said, fine, hook it up. And I had some of these small boxes at home, and I was getting my HBO and everything. They get through hooking it all up, and all of a sudden there's no HBO on it. So I call up to people. They say, well, there's, oh no, you can't get your premiums. I said, I pay for my premiums. I get them on my 2 big boxes, but I figured if I can get them here, and I asked the guy specifically and scheduled a service appointment because of this. Oh, well, that was a mistake. Well, if I saw it, then that means they must be able to do it. Am I correct? And when the channel comes up on the screen, it says they're not authorized for these channels. They should be able to authorize it.
Yeah, they should.
I'm telling you. Can't wait for Comcast to come to town. Or Cox, Charter, somebody decent. DirecTV, Dish, they all got to be better than Time Warner. They are the absolute worst.
Yeah,
so I said I want to talk to the technical department. I had a guy here walking me through trying to hook up a modem here in the office, and they said, we are the technical department. We handle all technical stuff and billing. I don't think that's the technical department if the word billing is involved.
Oh, no.
Ugh. Rosie O'Donnell, she has announced why she is the real reason for leaving The View. People were shocked she was leaving The View, and her wife, Michelle Rounds, but she explained part of it at the Athena Film Festival just on Saturday in New York. She revealed that her doctor was on the panel, and he's noticed that I went what I went through a while back, and there was some elevated ratings and things. And I'm having some stress in my private life at home. I'm having stress in my work environment, and something has to give. So the thing that was most fixable immediately to hopefully lower the level of stress and increase the focus on my health and my family was to not have to go to work every day, which I know I'm privileged to have the luxury of not having to in The View. And they've been great in understanding that this is a pretty serious matter. I had a near-fatal heart attack 2 years ago, and the stress is really causing a factor of having a second one, so that's the reason, and I'm happy that they were so accommodating. That's a long quote.
Yeah.
But I accept it. I'll accept that from Rosie. So, Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt are reportedly starring in a sci-fi movie together, according to Variety. Jennifer Lawrence has been rumored to be the lead in this a Sony film, The Wrap, and it was reported that the Rex and Park star will be the romantic lead opposite her. We're talking about Chris Pratt, and they would not only would they be starring together, but the film they're going to be starring in is a sci-fi romance called Passengers. So if you're fans of Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt, that movie is coming soon. And SpongeBob the movie topped the box office with this. I guess that's the big movie.
I guess.
Bradley Cooper's American Sniper, Knocked, has been the top box office for the past 4 weeks. It was ousted by SpongeBob, the movie. So congratulations to SpongeBob, but I understand I still have to go see American Sniper right here. That's really rolling up racking up the numbers. That's our show, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thank you all for coming on the show. You can email us at info@crntalk.com, info@crntalk.com. Thanks to Tomas for pressing the buttons. Thanks to Courtney Kadir, our executive producer. Miss anything, go to our website at crntalk.com. That's crntalk.com. Download the cell phone app, CRN Digital Talk. The great Barry Farber is waiting in the wings, ladies and gentlemen, to tell you about the latest news. He is as accurate as Brian Williams. That's all I will say. I'm Michael Horn. Have a good night.
Because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio show sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your